Just a few hours ago in San Francisco, will.i.am, the frontman for the Black Eyed Peas, unveiled a new wristband smartphone called the Pulse that will compete with the Apple Watch. This is not will.i.am's first foray into the tech world. He was one of the founders of Beats headphones, which Apple recently acquired for a mere $3 billion. In a recent interview, will.i.am spoke to MSNBC's Ronan Farrow about the goal of his new venture and the importance of computer science education for the younger generation.
When it comes to education reform, there's a lot of successful people in America. If you want education reform, you just got to do that. Government's great, but it's slow. But they sure ain't slow when it comes to some terror threat, and then for some reason, billions of dollars gets cleared and we send airplanes and stuff real fast. So I don't get it. There's some terror right now here in America, and that's called lack of education. You ask a ninth grader, when are you taking iOS? Do you have you have Android for fourth period? You have Microsoft for second period? Those are the biggest businesses in America. You would think in America that kids are learning those tools. Apple has more money than the American government has liquid. And you telling me kids ain't learning iOS in freaking third period? That don't make any sense. You need to walk the walk if you're gonna talk. So for me to tell a kid, hey, you should take an interest in computer science and STEM so you could bring to market products like the products I'm bringing to market. I want them to see if I can do it, and I come from the same projects as you, same living conditions as you, you can do it.
When you learned about the Apple buyout, one of the things that you said publicly was this will be good for kids in the inner city. Why is that?
Because it gives a new lane for people to aspire to, travel down. It's like, oh wow, Dr. Dre made some consumer electronic products, and wow, Apple bought it? You needed something like that in culture so kids could dream that way. This new venture is not about money at all. This is about a void I see that I want to fill. I think it's going to spark a big movement in America and around the world for kids in the unlikely place to take an interest.
Joining me now, the host of MSNBC's Ronan Farrow Daily, Mr. Ronan Farrow. So Ronan, it's will.i.am versus Apple. This is he's taking on a big.
It is quite the David versus Goliath fight. Yeah. I mean, and that's one of the interesting things he sees in it, that it is a brand new world with these wearable pieces of technology, and it's up for grabs in his view. So he feels even an underdog like himself can go up against the big 800-pound gorilla.
It's interesting to see. I mean, normally you see, Apple has this idea, like now it's the watch thing, and there's usually the rest of the world seems to be 6 months behind. Here's will.i.am coming out. His device will probably be out around the same time the Apple's device comes out. It could be the first time Apple has something to compete with in the market at the same time.
That's one of his gambits here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of skepticism. We're seeing the reaction come out in real time from the tech sector tonight.
Yeah, how's
just
tech
announced this.
To
it? There is skepticism about it. And look, I saw him demo this. It is still being fixed for bugs.
Right.
He has a small army of engineers working on this right now. He tried to demo it a few times, and like with many products, including, by the way, Apple products that make it to market, there were a few failures of voice recognition. But it's fascinating, and he has some new ideas that aren't present in the Apple tech, like charging it through fashion items that he's also making. It charges through contact with the wrist cuff of a jacket that accompanies it. So he's got big ideas, and he's going all in. One of the things he told me that I loved was the AM in will.i.am stands for ambition.
Ah, that's good to know. I never knew that. This point he makes about curriculum in schools, I think, is a really important point. You can argue about what should be taught, but the idea that the current curriculum is not, putting people in the right pipeline for the job force is absolutely true.
That's absolutely true, and it's such an important message, and I think underrepresented in his current part of the music business, too. You don't hear this from a lot of these role models that kids look up to in places like where he grew up, in Boyle Heights, in East LA, in the projects. He connects everything he does to giving back to that
I
community.
like seeing him reach back like that. Ronan, you have more of this tomorrow on your show, right?
I do. We have a lot more of him
From
talking
the
about
inner
education
sanctum
policy.
of Will.i.am.
He calls it the future. He's
you were in
never
the
like
Batcave
Emerson.
there with
the
him.
Batcave, and it looks like one, too.
Ronan Farrow, you can see him tomorrow at 1 o'clock
Pleasure,
here on
Lawrence.
MSNBC. Thanks, Ronan.